Welcome, and thank you for joining us on This Week in the Valley. Our show features people and events. They're making a difference where we live, right here in North Missouri. I'm Donna Bell.
And I'm Darren Elizaris. We have an exciting show for you. And joining us a bit later are Dennis Williams with the Clarence Homecoming, Linda Miller, Sydney Miller, Kara Cook, and Melanie Thurnau with the Callao Harvest Fiesta, and Nickie Belzer to help let you know about Chariton Valley's 2 new wireless phones.
The summer solstice is the longest day of the entire year, the day that offers the very most light and thus the shortest night. Summer solstice also marks the first official day of summer, and this year it falls on Saturday. So how will you celebrate?
Everyone is busy, but that doesn't mean you can't squeeze something into making this day special. Here are a few ideas that work for us.
Spoon up some ice cream. One of the quintessential symbols of summer is ice cream. Make the first day of summer even better by stopping by your favorite ice cream shop or make your own sundae bar for dinner.
Camp out. Kick off summer with a night under the stars. Do traditional fun camping things like grilling hot dogs, roasting marshmallows, and telling ghost stories.
Perhaps it's time to dust off your bikes and take a long ride, or fly a kite, or get some friends together to play volleyball or go for a four-wheeler ride.
Have a patio party, crank up the summer tunes, and fire up the grill with your favorite barbecue. Throw in some fresh vegetable and good friends, and that's a celebration.
Go fishing in a boat or off the bank, in a lake or in a pond. It's not only a great way to celebrate the first day of summer, it also helps release stress.
For many, summer is their favorite time of the year. School's out, the weather is warm, and ice cream tastes better. It's time to relax and recharge. We hope you do something special to celebrate the longest day of the year and the change of the season.
Clarence Civic Club has 4 days of summer fun activities planned this week, and they want you to be a part of their celebration. Our first guest, Dennis Williams, a lifelong Clarence resident and Civic Club member, joins us with all the details. Well, the Clarence Civic Club has been hard at it again this year, and this week they've got a great lineup for you, and I'm pleased to have Dennis Williams join us, and he's a member of the Clarence Civic Club and has been working with this organization for many years now. How many years have you been helping with the Clarence Homecoming?
Well, I got out of college in 1973, so a lot.
Not that long, right?
You're
Not that
right,
long
that's
ago.
right, Donna.
Yeah. So the activities start Wednesday. Let's first talk about what's going on Wednesday, and we'll kind of go through the week and see what all you've got going on, because we always know you have the big up-and-coming stars, you know, at the Clarence Homecoming. Yeah. So let's start with Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday night, we really feel good about our Wednesday night kicking off the homecoming, because that's our Christian family evening, and we usually try to promote everything around the family and Christianity. This year we have, starting at 7 o'clock in the evening, the Nelson family will be doing a concert, and they'll be on there from 7 till 8. And then at 8 o'clock, we're really fortunate that we're going to have the Macon Crossroads Christian Church Praise Band, and they'll be on there for 2 hours from 8 till 10. So we're really excited about them. That's where I go to church, and they're just a fantastic group. They give an excellent performance, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, that sounds great. And Thursday's a big day also. Let's talk about Thursday.
Thursday's another day which has a lot of things going on. We start off from 4 to 4:45. We have our baby show registration, and we do cut that off at 4:45, real tight. And at 5 o'clock we do start the baby show, and we have a good baby show. It's newborn to 24 months and 0 days, so it's a good baby show. We usually have, depending on, upwards of 100 babies.
Have you ever had to judge a baby show contest?
No.
Well, that would be a tough one.
That would be real tough. I think that the people that do judge baby shows, I mean, you've got to give them a big plus.
Absolutely.
Then at 6 o'clock, we'll have our Queen pageant will begin, and we're going to have kind of a special one this year. It's going to center off the theme of this year's of Land of the Free because of the brave, and we are going to have some of the National Guard men from here in Macon will also help us there during the Queen pageant this year, and that'll run until around 7 o'clock, and where they give their speeches and an introduction of themselves. Then at 7 o'clock we'll have the little Mr. and Miss Clarence contest, and that's always a lot of fun because they're small children, and you really never know what they're going to say once they get on stage, and then a lot of times they don't say anything, but it's a good time. And then at 8:30 we're going to bring back our Queen contestants, and they'll be in formal wear. They will answer questions and also be on stage for their presence, and that's when the judging will take place. Before the announcement of who the 2014 Clarence Homecoming Queen is, we've got kind of an added attraction this year. We have Ron Radford, and he's a flamenco guitarist, is going to perform, and he comes through the State of Missouri's Arts Council. And
is the flamenco guitar a kind of a type of guitar, or is
it's
it
a special guitar? You know, I really don't know a whole lot about it, but
sounds interesting.
It'll be interesting. And then he will also again play following the crowning of the 2014 Queen. And then when he's finished, which I would say he'll probably go about 15 minutes following the crowning, we're going to have a band, a local band, and they're called Silver Wings, and we're excited about having them. They're kind of a new band that's in this area, but that'll be fun.
What kind of music do they play? Are they country?
Country. They're a country band, yes.
A lot of competitions going on Thursday. It's a very competitive evening.
It is a competitive evening, but it's
Full
a lot of fun. I mean, you know, with the children and everything, Mr. and Miss, and of course the Queen candidates. You know, you think there's a lot of competition, but generally they all come together, and it's excitement for everybody.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Sounds like a full night. And then we go on into Friday. Friday's a big evening.
Friday is a big evening. We do have our first Nashville entertainment that evening, and we do have Savannah Jack, which it's really kind of an oddity for the Clarence Homecoming this year because this is the first time we've ever had somebody back.
Oh.
And we had Savannah Jack last year, and they're really an upbeat, I mean, they play just about any kind of music you can think of. They're a vibrant band, and they're in the crowd, they're on the stage, they're dancing, they're picking people out of the crowd and doing entertainment with them, and it's just, they found one of a couple last year in the crowd that were celebrating their anniversary. The first thing you knew, they had them on stage, and once they got on stage, they had them dancing.
Oh my goodness.
So I mean, they put on 2 shows at 7 and 9, and they're both free. Both shows are free. Just come and bring your lawn chair, or if you can find a place to sit, some of the chairs that are furnished. Be prepared for a good time with Savannah Jack.
They had so much fun last year, you thought you'd bring them back?
Well, we had, which was really odd because when the performance was over last year, people they started coming up to us and say, you know, you need to get them back next year because they really put on a show. And we thought, well, okay, well, we'll try it. And which was really funny, before Savannah Jack left town, they said, you know, we could come back. So it kind of worked out.
It was a mutual thing. That's great.
Yeah.
So, well, and then Friday leads to a big day on Saturday, starting with early morning activities.
Saturday is a big event. I mean, it's like all the festivals around. I mean, Bevere and Clarence, and then of course here in Macon we have a lot of things, activities. But we kick off at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. We have our kiddie tractor pull, which is always interesting. You think that the biggest young man or the biggest young lady is going to pull a tractor out the gate. No, it doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's the littlest one that pulls a tractor out the gate. But that's fun. And also, which has happened the last several years, we have a local Clarence Horseshoe Club, and they have a tournament there in the North Park. And that's always exciting. It brings in quite a few people from out of town and some of the horseshoe clubs, which you really don't realize, but there's a lot of horseshoe clubs around in northeast Missouri now, from Mexico and Hannibal and Clarence and Bevere And
Do they have to sign up early for that, or
they have registration starting at 9 o'clock,
Okay.
and usually the registration is about 30 to 45 minutes, and then once that's finished, then they start their tournaments. And generally they usually have some food, you know, to go along with it.
Well, of course.
Which, you know, I mean, we're Americans, so we like to eat. So anyway, then at 10:30, we have our children's games, and that's always a popular event. I mean, we try to do things for the adults, but you want to involve the children as much as you can, and that's a big item. I mean, it's all about kids. Whenever everything's said and done, it's all about children.
They were making great memories every year.
Yes,
when
that's
happened.
exactly
Yeah.
right. Then at 12 noon, which setup will be before then, we have our antique tractors, and it not only has tractors, but sometimes it might have maybe some equipment that is antique from the past. And sometimes it even has some unique, maybe home built,
Oh, yeah.
smaller tractors, or you know, kind of a garden tractor type. But it's always interesting to see several of those.
And the people that built them or have them love to talk about them. So
Yes, they
if
do.
you have any questions, I'm sure they'd be happy to
That's exactly
share.
right. And then the people that also have the antique tractors, I mean, you know, you can tell that they're excited about what they have, and that they're there, and they'll talk to you and tell you about what happened, you know, why this tractor, what it was doing in the 30s or 40s, or exactly what it's specific. Sometimes the tractors are, you know, they're used for one specific thing. And it's really interesting to find out about those. It's something you don't think about here in 2014.
Unlike some of the tractors you see now that are
Right.
computer generated and
Right.
are amazing.
Right, absolutely. Then at starting at 1 o'clock until 2 o'clock, we'll have our parade registration, and that's on the west side of the elementary school. Then at 2:30, we have our lineup for our parade, and our parade begins at 3 o'clock.
And it's always a really big deal.
We
The
always
parade-
have a good parade. We'll
Yeah.
have 60 plus entries, and they're announced as they go through. Then at 4 o'clock, we're kind of doing a little time switching this year as far as our usual. But at 4 o'clock this year, this is going to be our second year, we're going to have a rodeo. We had a rodeo for the first time last year, and it's put on by the Midwest Cowboy Rodeo Company.
Okay.
And that's exciting. You know, they have some events which is, again, geared to children, but then they also have the adults. And it gets pretty exciting. Last year it was a little on the hot side as far as weather-wise, but it was great.
And
It
people
turned out really
enjoyed that.
People, you know, I mean, people like rodeo. I mean, in Northeast Missouri, we're one of those that it's a good Americana. I mean, again, so.
And is that a free show, or is that?
Yes, that's free. Almost everything that we do is free. About the only thing that we charge for is, which we don't, but is the carnival rides, and then naturally the food, which, hey, we give it top notch to the food.
Yeah.
Hamburgers and tenderloins, but little plug there. But
And you mentioned the carnival, so is that every night, or
Yes.
what nights are the
the
carnivals?
carnivals every
night, so-
Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and
Good.
Saturday night. And we have Kenny's Funland. And it's the same one that plays in Bevere. It's one of the biggest carnivals in this area that play in Northeast Missouri, and we're fortunate that we have them. But they're a good carnival. They're clean. They have good personnel that run the rides. You don't have to worry about them, and so.
And that's important for for the children and safety and all that.
Absolutely. And, you know, not to throw in anything, but we do have police presence on the grounds all the time, police and sheriff, and also the highway patrol, which comes out of here in Macon. We have excellent protection. Anything goes wrong, or if you have a question, I mean, they're going through the crowd all the time. But to get back to the homecoming, then after the rodeo, we're going to have an ice cream supper. That'll start at 6 o'clock, and that it's always exciting. I love ice cream. I
Ice
love
cream
cake.
supper sounds great. Forget the meal, just to go to the ice cream.
Yeah, and it's put on by the Clarence Baseball Association, and it's always good. Then at 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock, we'll finish out our Saturday night, our Nashville entertainment. And this year we have Morgan Fraser. And she's an up and new coming young woman. I think she'll do a good job. She'll put on a good show. And we're excited about having her. And both shows are free.
Awesome. You have a jam-packed weekend planned.
We feel like we do. We're excited about it, and we're ready to go.
So what are you looking forward to most?
What I look forward to most is, well, to tell you the truth, I'm really looking forward to see Savannah Jack again this year. You know, I watched them last year. Usually, between the ones of us that you know that are involved in the homecoming, we don't have a whole lot of times where we can sit and watch what's happening. But last year, I sat and watched Savannah Jack, and I'm telling you what, they are exciting. I mean, they are everywhere throughout the crowd, and it's just a fun time. So I'm looking forward to them.
Oh, yeah. So everyone needs to bring their lawn chairs, bring a great appetite, be ready for some fun any of the nights.
We've got Coke products, Coca-Cola products from here in Macon. They're our main refreshments, drinking refreshment, and then we have hamburgers, tenderloins, we have homemade French fries, and we're excited.
Oh my goodness.
Food, fun, it's all
family time.
It's great.
One thing I did notice, you mentioned no dogs allowed on ground, so we might need to mention that.
That's correct. We do not, with the crowd that we do have, we do not allow dogs. Naturally, if you have a seeing eye dog or some kind of a guide dog, they are allowed. But if you bring a dog that is not controlled and needed, you will be asked to leave.
Yeah, that's pretty important because a lot of people, you know, treat their dog like their child, and they go wherever they go. So that's, you know, it's important that you mentioned that, and that's out there.
Yeah, with the children and everything involved, you just never know when a dog might get excited, and we just
all the
can't
noise and
do
food
that.
and the smells
Right.
and the
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, Dennis, thank you so much for all the information. We appreciate it, and we wish you and the whole Clarence Civic Club much success in the weekend, and we hope we see everyone out there. There's something for everyone, for the whole family. So, Dennis, thank you so much.
Thank you, Donna, and we want to thank Sheridan Valley and Becky there too for having us on. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dennis. Clarence is the place to be this week. They always put on a great event.
They sure do. And although the Callao Harvest Fiesta is not until the first weekend in August, our next guests, Linda Miller, Sydney Miller, Kara Cook, and Melanie Thurnau, have something special planned, and they need to get the word out about. So please stay tuned.